morning, guys. So I've got some beets this morning, and I have a lot of these little teeny cans of peas and carrots that I got for 25 cents a can. Gosh, I don't know, maybe a year ago at Walmart. And the expiration is December 2024. So I'm going to drain them and I'm going to freeze dry them. This will do a couple things for me. This will increase our freeze-dried food production. Plus it will also give me some more space in my prepper pantry. And I can always use more space. Okay, so the first thing I have to do, I have to get my freeze dryer ready. So I'm going to be turning on the button. Okay. Closing the vent. Closing the door. Now the light's coming on. Can you see this? Okay. Sorry. And you're going to hit the start. And when you hit the start, it starts cooling the chamber down, okay? And it has to do this for 50, guys, darn it, you guys can't see that. There you go. 15 minutes, okay? So you have to wait 15 minutes before you load the tray. So this gives me time to get my food and my trays all prepared, okay? So that's going. Okay, so I've opened up all the cans, and now I'm going to drain them. It won't take off 100% of the liquid, but it'll take off like 99% of it. And you don't need that to slow down your drying process. Now also, when I put these on the tray, I could have also put them in the freezer and froze them first. It cuts out a little bit of the freeze drying time, but I'm not in a hurry to do anything else. So this is what I'm doing. Okay, this one here I used last night. It's already drained. I didn't want to throw these away. All right, so what you're going to do is you're just going to pour them on the tray. Let me get a little knife over here. Now you don't want to make them really thick because it takes longer. So that's one. Two. I could do a little bit more. Okay. You don't want to make it too thick. So when these are done, I'm also going to show you what they are, how to reconstitute them. Okay? Because a lot of people don't show that. They just show freeze drying. They don't show the aftermath of how you can actually use it. Now you don't have to reconstitute these to use these. You can take them freeze dried, right out of the bag, and just add them to your soups and stews, and they reconstitute that way. You can also just munch on them when you're hiking or when a snack. They're really sweet. They're really good. Okay, so I'm going to go get a few more cans. I have a few more cans of this in my prepper pantry. I'm going to get 2 more cans for here. Let me be right back. Okay, so I added the 2 more cans, so it's a little more full on here. Now I'm going to put in the beets. These are the beets I had left over from my salad. I like to kind of layer them. There we go. Make sure your hands are clean, guys. Okay. Drain this again. Okay. I just love these. I just eat them right out of the can. And I also can them myself, make them myself, and I just can't keep them in the house. They're just like candy. Just like candy. There we go. Okay. I want to kind of get them a little separated so they dry a little better. But they still come apart really nicely. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's a little better. Okay. Okay. See that? Now look at all the cans that I've been able to get rid of out of my prepper pantry. And these are really just super quick. Now these you can reconstitute for a salad, but I just eat them after they're freeze dried. I just eat them just like that. They're just beautiful. I could just eat them now. I love beets. Super, super good for you. There's not a lot of people that like beets. I am crazy about them. Just crazy about them. Okay, so let's go check. Come with me. Let's go check the freeze dryer. Okay, it's gone 8 minutes. I don't know if you can see this or not, guys. There we go. It's gone 9 minutes now, and it's 66 degrees. So it's got a little bit more time. Okay, so if you can see this, it's now 16 minutes, 22 seconds. And another thing, you do not mix your frozen with non-frozen food. That doesn't work out well. Okay, so I'm going to open it up. I'm going to slide the trays in. Now this isn't the machine that we ordered. We ordered the black one, and they couldn't get it to us in a decent amount of time, so they upgraded us to the stainless, which when they do that, they also upgrade the motor to the Premier, which is that's a sweet motor, absolutely sweet. And you get all this stuff with it. You get the sealer, you get all the oil, you get the jug to filter your oil, you get bags, you get everything. Now this little thing here it drains the water. We just hold it to drain the water. But the tubing, everything. I mean, it's a sweet deal. It's a very expensive sweet deal. We paid about $2,000 for it, and we used our stimulus check. Okay, so I have the food in there. Now it asks you continue, okay? And now it's starting its freezing mode. And it's 57. So it has to get to like -30 before it starts the drying mode. So when I did the pineapple, that took 24 hours. When I did the taffy, saltwater taffy, it took 5 hours, 10 minutes. So it depends on the amount of water that's in your food. Now there's a lot of water in this canned food. I'm thinking this will probably go 24 hours. Okay, now let's see. It's 37 and it's been going 34 minutes. And it has to get to like -30, so we have a couple hours to go. So when this is all done, I will bring you guys back, show you what the freeze-dried food looks like, and then I will also take like a little cup of it and I will reconstitute it. So if you kind of know the water content of your food, it's kind of the same amount that you add to the food. So if, you know, if you need like maybe just, you know, a teaspoon. And start small. When you want to reconstitute your food, you're going to want to start small because you can always add more water. You can't take it out. So anyway, I will get back to you in I would say 24 hours, and I will show you what it looks like. Okay, guys, so the carrots and the peas are done, and the beets. These are, no, remember it took 3 trays. This is now 1 tray. It took 23 hours. Let me see if I can do this with one hand. I don't have my stuff up here. Okay. Look at this. This is just it's light as a feather. Nothing to it. So I'm going to take a little bit of it and I'm going to reconstitute it for you to show you what it looks like. Okay? Look at this. It's just, see that? Light as a feather. So I'm going to put a little bit in here. And you're just going to add a small amount of water. And do a little bit of water at each time, guys. Don't do, you know, a whole bunch. And you can use hot water or cold water. So see that? So that's all I'm going to use. Just a drop. Now look at the color coming back. It takes a few minutes, a couple minutes, to get it all reconstituted. But like I said in the beginning of the video, you don't need to reconstitute it if you're just going to throw it in right with some soups or stews, or if you're canning like chicken soup, or if you're canning beef stew, you throw it in just like this, okay? Now look at that. And the carrot is all reconstituted. Oh, yummy. And the peas, now look at the peas. It's only been just maybe 1 minute, guys. Now, more denser things like chicken and stuff like that, that's going to take probably 3 or 4 minutes, maybe even longer. I'm just not sure. But this now is all fully reconstituted, okay? So you have that, and you have the reconstituted. Now, you can do the same for the beets. You can put them in water if you want to, but I love beets so much, and these are so condensed and so sweet. I just eat them like this. It's like eating a potato chip. Hear it? It's like a potato chip. So, that's how you reconstitute. And like I said, you don't want to see the water left over. You don't want to put too much water in. You just want to start with a couple drops. But that's it. All these are now beautifully reconstituted. There you go. Hope you learned something. Now remember also, when you use your trays, these trays are not, they can't go in the dishwasher. And when you put things on them to freeze dry, if it's sugary, has a lot of sweetness to it, you want to use your parchment paper because it will stick to the tray. I usually use parchment paper for every single thing I do. I did not do it for the carrots and the peas, but I thought about doing it for the beets because they were, you know, beets are so sweet. Well, maybe I did. I'm not sure now. I forget. Oh, God. Anyway, but just remember, if it's got sweets in it or a lot of sugar, it's like very sugary, then you're going to want to use your parchment paper. Look at that. Isn't that perfect? Okay, guys. Hope you learned something. Peace out. Have a cool day, y'all. Be safe.